here, this right here, this is my grandma Margie. She passed away 12 years ago, but so much of who I am today is because of this perfect, glorious, and very Polish ray of sunshine. She was selfless, she was hilarious, and she could cook. Like, to a level that words should be embarrassed that they even exist, because they can't properly describe her magnificence in a kitchen. Like, it's just, if traditional grandmother's cooking is considered comfort food, then Margie Van Solen's Polish dishes are beanbags wrapped in Snuggies on top of a velvet sectional. You see what I mean? Words can't, at least my words, cannot properly describe. I think you can see where this is going. We gotta go get some pierogies. Eat enough pierogies, and today's a great excuse to do it.
She in the city, but she from a small town. High heels, tall shots, make her fall down. Up late, now she running with the fast crowd. But she call me every night before she pass out. You ain't fooling us. You're from a small town. You ain't fooling us. You're from a small town.
Hi, it was just a pickup order for Sean. Yeah, SEN, yep, perfect. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. It's always a really, really good sign when you're in a place and they're speaking Polish to each other, and when you say pickup for Sean, they don't quite know S-E-A-N, Sean. They're like, see, Eastern European, man, they cook the best. Why, you ask? Why am I so nostalgic today of all days? Well, just like my grandma would, it only makes sense to give credit where credit is due. Today, put your hands together for the person making the pierogi power happen, Nancy Keith Remling. Take Allie and find the best pierogi in Chicago. Excited for your life together. Rose emoji, rose emoji, rose emoji. $75 from the legend Nancy, and another $50 Cash App donation. On top of that, a tip for the show. Double Nancy, you know what? Double claps. I'll go again. I'll keep going.
And you were supposed to give $50 to your sister.
Believe me, I don't owe your mother $50.
As it starts to steam up, ooh, that's not a filter, that's real. Here in Chicago, Kasia's Deli on Chicago in Ukrainian Village, on the row of a bunch of great Eastern European restaurants, and I have wanted to try Kasia's. We haven't done this in a while, let's do it. Today, this is a Sean's first time eating Kasia's Deli's pierogies.
Mam nadzieję, że będziesz bardzo lubiała te pierogi. Smacznego.
Since 1982, voted the best pierogi in Chicago this year. More accolades. According to Newsweek magazine, Kasia's is one of the top 15 small food companies in the United States, saying, quote, Kasia's produces exquisite food with the finest ingredients and comfort food that has transcended ethnic orientation. National Geographic Traveler recognized Kasia's and their pierogies as, quote, 167 places to savor the world. Even YouTube knows how steamy this episode is. This is real. They've transcended food awards. They're winning food awards in genre. National Geographic. What? Featured in 1,000 foods to eat before you die. And my old boss, where I met Allie, the Chicago Tribune, quote, grandmother's comforting creations, soft, buttery, and perfectly simple. Before I steam up this internet, more than I already have.
It's like a sauna in here.
Let me go ahead and grab my soon-to-be bride. Dude, I'm getting married next month. What is going on? I still feel like I'm 12 years old.
They say, oh my gosh, I see the way you shine.
Oh, well.
I heard there was food here.
Is that the only reason you're here? This is Kasia's. This is Allie, if you're new around here. Allie is currently on a lunch break, so she's still working, slacking.
Shut for 1 second. Shut your mouth.
I needed someone
Wait,
to
shut your
work
mouth. Shut your mouth.
All right, babe, what is your familiarity, background with pierogies?
They're a pastry filled with potatoes?
Pastry, interesting. Got two different kinds here today, thanks to Nancy Remling. They were speaking Polish in there, by the way. What does that say? Potato and cheese.
So that has to be something in mushroom.
Sauerkraut and mushroom. My grandmother always had sauerkraut cooking. I have a theory that every time you walked by the stovetop, sauerkraut was simmering and ready to be eaten. Also, big kielbasa family. Let's get into the potato and cheese first. Why don't you do a little bucket unboxing here?
Do you need like a full 360?
I mean, why not?
They look like little pastries.
They really do. I think they look like raviolis.
I mean, you're definitely right. You have like forks? Are you eating with your fingers?
Yeah, you know I brought forks. You know who I am?
Oof, those are fragrant.
Yeah, they sure are. Gold silverware on the show. If you know, you know. Would you like the wood handle or the gold handle?
The gold. I'm excited for when we get our actual new gold silverware.
I know, we're registered for gold silverware. Registry below. And then these looking exactly the same, but the sauerkraut and mushroom right there, you're not gonna know until you get into it. It's pungent for sure.
Those smell really good.
It smells very good
I don't know
in
how I
here.
feel about sauerkraut.
I think only because I grew up on it was it not weird to me. I think if you put that in front of a normal child in the Midwest at like 10, they'd be like, thanks, but no. Or they'd start weeping. Also, sour cream on the side is always kind of a little bit of a dunk.
Love a dunk. Love a dip.
A dip and a dunk.
A dunk and dip.
Yeah, they're not super visual.
They're really not.
Pretty much all the food my grandma made was always like gray and light brown. It was always tasted great, but it's never super bright.
I'm so hungry. I just want to eat. Taking too long to film.
Eating time is now.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and do this one first. Was this the potato and cheese? I'm gonna try it without sour cream first. I said that weird. Just to give it a little go. An honest truth, you know?
I'm sticking with my pastry.
Nancy, I love you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
The coating, the wave of nostalgia that just came over me.
Czym jest dla mnie mój język, język polski? Jak wszyscy wiemy...
Oh, that is literally my childhood.
Really?
We had so many damn pierogies. I'm so Polish.
I thought you were Irish.
People think that. I'm 50% Polish, the most Polish.
Why don't we just get into your entire...
The lineage?
Yeah.
This should have been the reveal of my 23andMe. Like this episode.
See, you need better planning.
But then they got my DNA and they got me.
Calm down.
All right, a little sour cream. It's too sweaty and hot to snap.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. Like, they're just so plain, but I love it. Polish food never really caught on to the world cuisine. Like, it never really got its time in the sun. I'm gonna give it its time in the sun.
Okay. Yeah.
This location at the corner of Chicago and Hoyne. Want to try a little mushroom and kraut?
Yeah, I mean, does it have more flavor? Or you're still only on your first one?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think my only pierogies I've ever really had were like ones that I tried to like pan fry from a box of frozen food.
Oh, absolutely. These are from a real deal Holyfield, as they say. Oh my God. I love that. The little bit of like tang from the sauerkraut. I love that so much. That is so my childhood.
Yeah, this one definitely has like flavor.
Oh yeah.
The other one just reminds me of like something you try to feed a child who hates all food.
Should have gotten a side of applesauce. I'm going heavy on the cream.
Why?
Comma sour. Applesauce is a big thing in Poland. Also, a very bland food to look at. Big in Germany too. Oh my God, I love that. I am never gonna try to push these on someone. It's not really easy to like flex these and be like, dude, you're gonna love them. It's such a flavor I think that you've had to have had growing up.
Yeah, you're very sweaty.
It's hot out here.
I thrive in the heat.
You're like a plant.
Yes. Yeah, these are good. Thanks for having me here.
What did your grandma cook growing up?
Well, she used to make this like baked pasta that was like all different types of noodles, which I think was more just for the fun aspect. I've made it for you. We always called it like Grandma's Brew. Unsure why that was the name of it.
Love that name though.
Yeah. Like tomato paste, tomato juice, ground beef.
My Polish grandmother was so good at making Italian pastas. Like she would make like
That I'm jealous of.
a baked like mostaccioli. She would make like a lasagna. She always had just like such good homemade tomato sauces. And I was just so envious that she like, I cannot recreate what she used to do. It was a little runny. Like I grew up realizing later, like pretty watery, but so flavorful.
We did a lot of homemade ice cream growing up.
What?
Of like churning it.
You churned ice cream?
Yes. With like this ice and this like big thing. It would take forever. And it was always salty and it was so delicious.
That's incredible.
We did that, and then like my grandma would make pies My aunts would make pies. We had a lot of pies.
You're a big pie family.
Yeah.
You really are. Every time I go to Ally's house now, her mom makes world-class pies. I put too much sour cream, but is it too much? No.
I think the most like...
God, I love that.
And I really like that.
Springerly's.
Springerly cookies, yeah.
I should know more about my heritage for this conversation.
You gotta have more people donate so you can like give the necessary allotment of time to think about it.
Yeah.
Also, even though my grandma was super Polish and like loved home cooking, she loved fast food. And it was like so funny to me. I think it's because like she could never have it growing up. There was a Culver's right by her house, like where they like practically raised me, my grandma and grandpa. And my grandma would always buy me Culver's. She also loved McDonald's. So I thought it would be so funny to try my favorite dipping sauce, hot mustard from McDonald's with a pierogi. Grandma, this for you. She would get such a kick out of this. Like, this would not be an insult to her. She loved the modernization of fast food in America. Such a fan. The final year she was alive, she finally, for the first time ever, had a taco. Loved it. And no, that's not what killed her. Give my 90-year-old grandmother Taco Bell.
I shelled a lot of peas. Like, my grandparents had like a legit like farm with like a big garden, so like we had a lot of like fresh vegetables all the time.
Okay.
But again, not really heritage food.
I don't know how many people have ever dunked an authentic pierogi in McDonald's hot mustard.
Oh my god, please don't make a mess.
That was a sauerkraut one too. So good.
Really?
Granted, I like don't really find too many foods weird. Of course mustard works with pierogies, like duh. This one's for you, Margaret. Little hot mustard, little sour cream. It shouldn't work, but it does. Delicious.
Proud of you.
So, tomorrow, going back to Bowling Green, Ohio, we got a little bridal shower, hanging out with the family. Gonna try to film a Bowling Green episode or two when I'm home. So if anyone has a specific to-go episode they wanna see, let me know. Second housekeeping rule, fact, point, thing. Last night, went to bed, woke up with a $200 donation from the legend Quentin Nelson. Some for the wedding, but he said what he wants to do is he wants to pay for a YouTube membership for 2 fans of HeySeanEly that can't afford it. So these people who have their name on screen in every single episode, they keep the vlog going. If you can't afford to be a member and you want to, send me an email right now, HeySeanEly@gmail.com. It's on screen. The first 2 people to send me an email that say, Sean, I can't afford it. I want to support you. I'd love my name on screen. I want to be a member, but I can't. You will be granted access because of Q, as I call him, in Iowa. And everybody down low, say how much they love Nancy for the pierogi episode and Quentin for this epic act of kindness.
That's amazing. That's so nice.
Isn't that so cool? All right, we gotta finish these and then we gotta get out of here because I'm sweating.
I know, you're like beading sweat. Did I didn't close up of that?
I didn't use the towel yet. And sometimes
sweat towel, you were glistening.
Don't forget to bring a towel. It's just because I'm so damn attractive.
Is that what it is?
You know what it is, that Irish and Polish genes coming together. Some real lookers.
I think you're about to drip on your arm.
Look, we're out here on the court, you know, I'm playing all 60 minutes.
Hey, and you gotta show you want it more than they do when chips fall where they may.
Thank you very much. Back to you, Jerry and Dan.
Number 1, yeah!
See, if you just did more hot yoga, this would just be a natural state of being for you.
Thank you guys so much for the support. Excited for a couple of Bowling Green episodes. Nancy, thank you so much for giving me a reason to show some photos and to do the pierogi episode. One final cheers, and then Bowling Green tomorrow. Cheers.
I got some ideas for Bowling Green.
Are you gonna donate? Smashed it. Kasia's pierogies up. Kasia's pierogies.
Did you forget the line?
Down. That was so fun. Cause like, I love pierogies, but like, I just don't use my own money to buy them.
I think you should have the rest of this.
Oh, the potatoes, great. Ah.